Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca. Guys, in this episode, we are going to be discussing on some reactions after that game yesterday. The 3-0 defeat to Bayern Munich. Of course, starting with the reaction from Ronald Koeman, who just put the blame on Barcelona players following another Champions League disaster. Incredible, right? We are going to be discussing on what Koeman said in much detail as we move ahead. Then to conclude, we are going to be talking about Pique, who also had something to say after that disastrous but expected defeat, I must say, yesterday night against Bayern Munich. So we are going to be discussing on Pique's reaction as well. So callers, as we get ready to discuss those stories in much detail, do well to subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed, if you are a Barcelona lover, so you always stay updated with every latest Barcelona news, transfer news, match previews, reviews, and many more all year on Viva Barca. Ronald Koeman addressed the press after the disastrous 3-0 defeat yesterday evening against Bayern. We barely threatened Bayern, we barely threatened them, and we're completely outplayed during that game. 0 shots on target, very disastrous performance, which was expected, I must say. So Koeman first talked about the situation of the forwards available at the club, and the unfortunate injuries to the key players. He hinted that it was part of the reason the team could not compete to the required level. He said that we had 3 forwards available. Of course, we would have liked to compete better. But this is what we have. This is what we have available, he began. The youngsters played a crucial part in that game, in that short resurgence in the second half. And Koeman acknowledged that it was a positive, to take away by saying there are guys with a great future who are 18 to 20 years old. And compared to their players, there's a difference that over time will be less. He also added that the team would be much more competitive once the young players gain experience and develop. He said, we have the squad we have and very young players, and in 2 or 3 years they will be very good. When asked about the opposition and their quality, Koeman quite simply admitted that they were superior, saying they were better than us. He then added that the squad of Bayern Munich was far superior to that at his disposal by saying, I can't complain. There is a difference in quality both in their starters and substitutes, the Dutchman explained. The next topic addressed by Koeman, was the expectations from the fans and their reactions. To this question, he replied, our fans understand the current situation. The Dutchman then said that one needs to be realistic in expectations based on the situation. He said that the circumstances were not optimal to expect a favorable result, Shedding light on some of the players' lack of experience, sharpness, he explained, we have to be realistic. Abba was sick and the other night, Luke de Jong played his first game. The performance on the night was poor. However, Koeman was optimistic that things would not remain that way and that there was light at the end of the tunnel by saying, things are going to be different than today. The team showed that they have a future and they will have reinforcement like Ansu, Aguero and Dembele. Most puzzlingly, Koeman then seemed to, deflect blame onto the players, saying that Barcelona played mostly with youngsters and that the team was not up to the task of competing due to the lack of quality, by saying, we have too few players from the highest level. We have ended the game with 4 or 5 players that are just 18 years old, Koeman pointed out. Bayern were flawless, we all know that, in that victory yesterday. But Barcelona coach Koeman constantly seemed to come back to the players, saying that their squad was better. Bayern showed they have a better team. There is a difference in the players. That's what Koeman said. Koeman piled on blunt replies, when he said he couldn't do anything about the people's opinions and claimed his helplessness. Once again, speaking about his talks with President Laporta by saying, I can't do anything about people's opinions. We are improving things. We are missing players. I talk to the president, and if there's a problem, we talk about it. I want to put this whole thing aside. He then claimed that he was not giving excuses but the reality was the lack of options in attack by saying, I don't want to look for excuses, but everyone knows who we had available in attack. It was difficult to play against Bayern, who have a lot of speed. Finally, he gave an example to show how Bayern had superior personnel in every department, by saying that we know that neither Sergio Roberto nor Mingueza can beat Davis 1v1, he added, concluding a rather contradictory press conference. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Pique spoke to the media after Barcelona's 3-0 defeat to Bayern Munich yesterday, Tuesday. Barcelona were completely outplayed on that night. Though some youngsters provided a silver lining to the performance. Pique first commented on the situation in the current season. He said it would be a difficult year, referring to the transition that the club is saying by saying, "It is what it is. These are the players we have available. We are going to end up competing, but it will be a difficult year." Speaking on the game itself and the goals considered by Barcelona, he said that the second goal came as a shock to the team. The first goal was unfortunate and the second goal was a shock to us. Looking ahead of the tough schedule this month, Piqué said that the team needs to win the league to ensure that they stay in contention. We have to try to win the league in order to keep up. The month is crucial. He was then asked about the path ahead of the realistic expectations on the campaign line ahead, to which he replied, "Things in football change quickly. We are waiting to improve in the upcoming matches. I am sure that we will fight and compete for everything." The veteran centre-back also said that the team has other forwards who can help the team once they return from their respective injuries. We have players like Ansu, Usman, Koeman. They can help us. The second captain also defended his teammate Sergio Roberto, who went off to jeers and whistles on the Camp Nou crowd on the night by saying, "I would like to remind people that Roberto is not a fullback, but sacrificed to play there. He loved Barcelona in an unimaginable way. The public have their right to express their opinion, but it is bad to criticize a player who gives his all for the club," defended Piqué. On whether the 8-2 in Lisbon played a part, he said, "I don't think it was pressure on us. I think we competed well. Their team has experience and everything. Our team has new players, and maybe some of them played their first Champions League game." Piqué concluded by addressing Barcelona not being favourites for the Champions League. He cited the example of Chelsea, who won last year as underdogs. "We might not be favourites, but it's okay. Look at Chelsea last season." So callers, with that we come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure to subscribe so you always stay updated with every latest Barcelona news, transfer news, match previews, reviews here on this channel. Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.